Welcome to my channel GBT Korean. This is my second time recording my voice and screen. Last time we learned Korean alphabet somehow, right? We learned 19 consonants and 21 vowels Hangul, right? This time I am going to teach you um, how Korean sentences are made. I'm going to teach you normal sentence structure before we jump on our textbook. So, how to write sentences correctly. Normal sentence structure. We will compare both English language sentence structure and Korean language sentence structure. So, this one is English sentence structure. So, first we write subject, then predicate, after that complement, and finally modifier, right? I think it is easy to understand, right? So I here subject, cleaned predicate, that means verb, the room complement, yesterday modifier of time, right? I cleaned the room yesterday. It is crystal clear. Subject, predicate, complement, and modifier. Billy studies Japanese in a language academy. So Billy is subject, studies predicate or verb, Japanese complement in a language academy. This one is modifier, namely modifier of place. Unlike English, Korean is different. It is kind of may seem strange to you, but Korean language sentence structure is far more different than English. So, subject first, it comes in the beginning of the sentence like English, but um, modifier comes second, and modifier second, complement third, and finally predicate comes at the end of the sentence. But in English, we write it down after the subject, but subject first, predicate last. Okay, let's try to read. I hope you learned how to read Korean letters. 저는 어제 방을 청소했어요. 저는 어제 방을 청소했어요. That means I cleaned the room yesterday. So here, 저는, it is I. And 어제, it is yesterday. Modifier of time, right? 어제, yesterday. 방을, the room, complement. 청소했어요. This one is verb. So I also write here adjective because in Korean language, verb and adjective come at the end of the sentence. They come as predicates. So, and next one is 빌리는 어학원에서 일본어를 공부해요. Here means Billy studies Japanese in a language academy. So here is Billy subject. 어학원에서 in a language academy. 어학원에서 일본어를 that means Japanese. 공부해요 that means studies. 빌리는 어학원에서 일본어를 공부해요. Here is to study, right? Verb at the end of the sentence. So, next one is I'm going to teach you briefly verb noun, adjective, pronoun, adverb, and numbers, because they are basic frameworks of the language, let's say. I don't know how they are called in linguistic term, but I first of all I want to teach you verb, adjective, noun. They are very important because in our textbook we have to use verb, uh, adjective, and noun. So there are many different kinds of grammar rules. So most of them attach to verbs, adjectives, and nouns. So verbs in Korean language it is called 동사, 동사, and verb means expresses action, right? So eat and go, I have written here. So basic form ends in da, and it is equal to, for example, 가다, 가다. That means to go, right? Infinitive, two infinitive of verbs in English equals to da. That means to. Da equals to to go. 가다, 먹다, to eat. So here we can say the root of the verb is 먹 and 가 here, right? 가, da means to. 가다, 먹다, to eat. 공부하다, to study. 공부 means study, and 하다, it is like combined verbs. So 공부하다, to study. 저는, this means I. 학교에, to school. 가요, go. I go to school. Just I have explained it before. 저는 is subject. 학교에, to school, here means modifier of place, and 가요, this means predicate. As you can see, the predicate verb comes at the end of the sentence in Korean language. Next one is noun. Noun is 명사, 명사. So in nouns, that means places, names of people, things, feelings, etc., etc., right? We can ask question what or who, right? Noun. So examples: 사람, 사람, this means person. 학교, this means school. 책, 책, this means book. 사랑, 사랑, love. 자연, 자연 means nature. 쓰기, this is writing. So I hope you can understand now. 명사, this means noun. The next one is adjective. Adjective. Adjectives are called 형용사. 형용사. So it describes the noun, right? Things or nouns like big or pretty. So as I said before also, verbs and adjectives come at the end of the sentence. And unlike English language, we can use adjectives as predicates. So here means 크다, 크다, to be big, right? 예쁘다, to be pretty. 좋다, to be good. 작다, to be small. 무섭다, to be scary. 똑똑하다, to be smart. And in adjectives, 다 means to, equal to of infinitive form of verb, but we can use adjectives as verbs. So 크다, here the root of the adjective is 크, da. Da, if we how can I say, if we, let's say, remove ta, we have left the root of the adjective. So most of grammar rules are added to the root of the adjective and verbs. So we can remove ta and we can add to the root 그, 예쁘죠. 작, 무섭, 똑똑하. Okay, so we can understand adjectives, right? Next one is pronouns. So what is pronoun? Pronoun helps us to avoid repetition of nouns, right? So pronouns in Korean language are 대명사. So here 나 and 저, I means 너, you, 우리, we, 그, he, 그녀, she, 그들, they. So often omitted in Korean if clear from context. Yes. For example, in most cases, Korean people omit pronouns. If you can understand what is going on the sentence, it is like easier to omit Korean pronouns. Next one is adverb. Adverb is 부사. So adverbs describe how a verb or action is done, right? So we can say describe verbs here, how, when, where. So 빨리, that means quickly. 빨리 means quickly. 아주 is very. 자주 is often. 천천히, we read is 천천히. Sound ha is omitted usually. 천천히, slowly. 공손하게, politely. 예쁘게, beautifully. And here 저는 빨리 먹어요. That means 저는 means I, 먹어요 is predicate, eat. And 빨리 means quickly. I eat quickly. Okay? So, and finally, numbers. 수사. Numbers. Korean people use two kinds of numbers. One of them Chinese numbers and native Korean numbers. So if you look at the history of Korea, most people used Chinese characters, but that was very difficult, and King Sejong made Korean Hangul and native Korean numbers as well. So native Korean numbers, they are used for counting things, small numbers, ages. Yes, usually in everyday life, Korean people do not use 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯 these numbers. But in Sino-Korean, that means Chinese numbers are used for dates, money, phone numbers, or big numbers. Right? I have never heard that any Korean used how can I say, not more than 100. Yes, more than 100. I have heard 80 years old. It is like this. 여든, 아흔, they use like this, but later in our textbook we are gonna learn in detail. So for today I am going to teach these things. So because we are gonna use in our textbook, so I want to prepare for our textbook. So my intention was like this. So for today it is over. Thank you for watching. I think some people are watching my videos, but not so many followers. Please share, subscribe, and comment. I am going to answer your questions. Thank you very much. See you next time.